Saturday morning flights in.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
Good morning, good day, and good night. Welcome, aviators, to another episode of Positive Raid. I'm your host, Willie Canuck. Hope you're doing okay today. We got a nice little flight here today. How you doing? I'm Willie Canuck. We are flying from La Rochelle. This is scenery that you can get from Orbix. Do check out our good sponsors at Orbix. And if you don't know how to get to them, just click on this link that I'm going to chuck up for you here. And it's a great little place, La Rochelle, but very challenging. You have to watch your maximum takeoff weight here because the runway is not long. And just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. So this is La Rochelle. It is 7,000 feet. So you do need to kind of. There's a displacement there as well, but you do need to kind of get up and moving very, very quickly. Otherwise, you're going to end up somewhere you don't want to be. Anyway, huge welcome to Nighthawk and Jayhawk, who is currently rotating his aircraft on the turntable by the looks of it, but he's trying to get himself into the proper parking position. La Rochelle is very similar to London City, so you'll notice that the way that the airplanes are parked, they basically kind of swing around into a takeoff position. Now, because we're doing this, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do the cold and dark start with the 737. We're flying the PMDG 737-600. But you might notice I got a little extra bit of kit here, and you can hear it if I turn up the sounds a little bit. Hang on. That is an air start unit. So just to give you a better understanding what that's doing, it's got two hoses that are going straight into the bleed system, and what that's going to allow us to do is because we're facing away, we don't have a pushback as such, so we can start the engines basically from our parking position, and we're not going to use the AP to do that, so we're going to save all our fuel. We're going to use the air start unit to actually get the engines going. And you'll actually get to see what that looks like. And I've not done this before actually, so I'm hoping I'm hoping that it's going to work fine. But anyway, apart from that, we got some news. When we get up to cruise altitude, I'll take you through the route today as well. And I love showing the route these days on Volanta because it's just so pretty. So let me show you that. Where are we? So yes, we are on the west coast of France, starting off at La Rochelle. You can see there's a little bit of activity weather-wise. It's going to take us over Brittany. Some lovely scenes if we get clear skies, obviously, as you're coming up. Cutting over Devonshire and Cornwall there, and then just clipping the edge of Wales as we come into our final destination today, which is Dublin, and we will be using come on, will you get it to do better than this? We're going to be using the Vatra or the Vader 4L arrival, and just to show you what that looks like, it is like this. So we're coming in kind of Vatry way. That's our intercept point. We do this kind of DME arc at 7,000 feet. This is a bit long and slow. It drives me up the wall, actually. But I guess it's how Dublin likes to manage traffic. Then we'll be cutting up, as we get into Delta Whiskey 706, cutting down the pizza, or pizza. I think I call it pizza. And then direct into runway 28 right today. I did have an airport up here at one point. Or a runway. What's happening? There we go. So Cat 3 approach into straight into runway 28 right. And yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to work today, guys. So, but we want to get up and going here, so I'm going to jump to the cockpit. You can see we already got ground power attached here. So this is cold and dark start, guys. So I don't usually do this, but if you are interested in the PMDG 737, you want to see how it works. This is a great way to do that. And because you remember I said we had that air start unit there, so you can see that pumping away. If you look at the isolation valve up here, we've got pressure. And that's without any APU running, anything like that. So, and if I turn on the packs, you'll although we don't really want to use this kind of air because it's going to be a bit dirty, but you can see that there is air coming in, so that the bleed system is charged as such. Anyway, the way I've got it set up, so in order to connect that though, you can't have the front steps. So we've got all the passengers coming in from the rear. But we're going to bring in, we've got a flight plan, I think. Yeah, we do have a flight plan. So, waiting for everything to boot up. Going to the FMC, so we need to align our ILS here. Get this going. All this stuff can come on. Leave everything else for the moment. And it looks like I'm going to be the last to take off. That would see the most sensible way. So Nighthawk and Jayhawk, if you're powering up your airplane, I'll probably be not far behind you. Positive net here. Last GPS coordinates. You can see the screens are now coming live here. We're going to take that out of our last position, drop that into our set IRS position. And we go to route now. We've got some brief integration. You can see that that's actually pulled in the information. So we're going to request that. And there it is. Lima Foxtrot Bravo Hotel to Echo India Delta Whiskey, which is Dublin. Block fuel 6.1. I'm just going to set that fuel by clicking on that. So if we do that, you can actually see that the fuel is now represented up there. I do not do it with a payload. The reason is it does funny things with cargo and passengers. So I'm going to do that instead through here. And in terms of sorry, go back to showcase. So we got a passenger count of 100 now. This is to keep us below our safe takeoff limit for a shorter runway. And we got a cargo about 2.5 tons. So I'm going to put that information into here. So we got, that's 100 passengers, and we'll say there's about 96 in economy and 4 lucky people sitting in first class, getting treated to champagne and all that. 2.5 tons. So we're going to put 1,000 tons in the forward cargo, and 1,495 in the aft cargo. Now, why do you have less in the front and more in the back? It's because of it allowing you to take off. You don't too much weight in the front, you can't get the wheels off the ground, you are in big trouble. Okay, so select that route. We'll bring that into the system. That's now pulling down from SimBrief. Not dissimilar to what would happen with a company route. At least I thought it was. There it is. Load. Yep, I'll load that up. That's the up point coming in. And we'll activate the route. Okay, so go into our performance here. Zero fuel rate today is 47.7. Just check one reserves, and cost index today is actually a very modest 11. Cruise winds today will be, flight level 400 for 40,000 feet. Execute that. Cruise winds today will be 264/45. And we can go to our NLUM limits, that's fine. Takeoff, okay. Takeoff performance, we will be using flaps 5 today, that's fine. Absolutely, totally fine. Go to our takeoff performance now. So we are taking off, which runway we're taking off from? 27. And we're going to have to backtrack on this. There's just no way to get around it. Clicked on the wrong thing here. 27. We'll bring in everything from the airport, or aircraft here, and the weather. Calculate. So that gives us a V1 of 121, 121, 129. Select temperature very low, flex temperature 31. So we're going to drop that in first of all. Otherwise, we'll kill our V speeds. 31, so we'll drop that first. Runway wind is 300 degrees at 12 knots. And the slope, 0. It's a completely flat runway. So that's totally cool. That's giving us, now you'll notice, usually we get a climb 1, but in this case, because the runway's short, it's basically saying, no, you're going for it, buddy. You have no choice. You need to go toga. So if we come back to our previous page here, we can now drop those V speeds in 121, 121, and 129. And our center of gravity today is 25.34. 25.34, giving us a trim of 4.6. That is about roughly there. And we'll set 40,000 up into, see that there, to our pressurization. There we go. Get the seat belts on here. We're going to get ready to depart. And we'll arm our beacon as well. Beacon's coming on. Okay. Now we're going to release the rear stairs. So let's go into that. Next page. Release those stairs. Stairs are going away. Close that rear door. Jayhawk, Nighthawk, how you guys doing? You on track to get going? Okay, now we're going to leave the... We'll take the trucks away. So we're going to set parking brake here. Actually, I think we might need the chocks in for the ground start unit anyway. So at this point... I don't know if that yellow damper will come in. I think it will. Yeah. Put on our hydraulics because we got bleed pressurization. Turn on the fuel. And let's see if this works. So, in theory, we should just be able to start engine 2. Let's see what happens. And there you go. There is charge in the system. We can see it starting to spin. Bring in our fuel. There you go. That is a ground air start from cold and dark. No APU needed or required. See everything calming down here. Just waiting for that power to come on. I think we're available actually. Set that continuous. Engine one. It's a little slower to start, which I really like too, because it's obviously it's not. I think it's flatlining actually. What do we need to do differently? Let's take a look. So this is where I might get stuck. I think. Yep. Right, so I've turned off the bleed for engine 2, so that's put more pressure in from the bleed system into engine 1. There we go. That should get us going. Taxiing? Okay. Yeah, it won't be too long. No, actually, I've got some homework to do here, so we better put our departures in. Departure today is the Luso 5W. Just runway 27. That's coming nicely, so I don't think we need to worry about anything there. We can see the ILS is now aligned. And arrival into Dublin, as we said, was the Vatra, was it? Vatra 4L into ILS 28, right? Via Pizza. So if we actually go to our plan, zoom out a bit. And you can see that, as we looked at on the chart, that is now coming beautifully. And we should be ready to rock and roll here. So let's come back to our map. Legs, just anything else we haven't forgotten. Just make sure we're double checking everything. Takeoff is set. 129, so set 134 in our indicated. And runway heading today is 272, so we'll put that into our heading just in case. Okay, bring power in from the second thing. We can now bring packs in. Our bleed can come on, and we can now dispense with our power. Yep, air start unit's disconnecting. See that? And we can release ground power. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Now see those pulling away, I think. Here comes the little truck to pick up the air start unit. That's quite cool. I love all the little things that PMDG brings into it. Oh, see J-Hog heading down to, or backtracking to the starting position on T7. And we can take the chocks off. Thank you very much. We should get a nice view of J-Hog taking off here. Let's go have a look. Over to you, J-Hog. Let's see it happen. The air's spilling up. Oh, what's happened? What happened? We lost him. It's disappeared. Crashed the desktop. Oh no, what a shame. Oh, I thought that was going to be an awesome shot as well. Okay, I think we'll carry on with our flight then. What a shame. Taxi light can come on. Yaw dampers on, everything's there, good. We're all looking happy, I think. Parks are happy, yeah. Good to go. Okay, quick check flight controls. Looking good. I think we're good to go, guys. Let's get some panel lights up here so in case we get up into the clouds, so we can see good well. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Well, guys, you shouldn't be standing there. Just waiting on Nighthawk. Take it. Did you have a crash to desktop, J-Hug? Is that what happened? Right. Nighthawk. Nighthawk, are you going first or do you want me to go first? Just let me know in the chat there. No controls. Oh, it just packed up. What a shame. Well, hopefully you'll have better luck this time. Nighthawk, are you listening? Are you taxiing, or would you like me to go ahead? No. Okay, no response from Nighthawk, so we are going to roll. Just means we'll get nice footage of everybody coming into Dublin. Oh, you're having to create a flight plan manually, okay. That's strange, why did that happen? Okay, here we go. So, Althrow and all this should be on. Flight directors, could put those on earlier actually. VNAV can be armed. And we will put our TCAS into TARA. Well, checks everything, looking good there, looking good there. Indicated airspeed is set. Everything else is looking okay. I think we're good to go. Okay. Oh, QNH. That's something I forgot to set. 1012. Make sure we have a correct set altitude and release brakes. Let's roll. Checking both directions, don't see anything inbound. A little bit off center there. I see a Cessna 208 coming in. I hope he's I hope he sees us. He's still pretty high though. I don't think he's anywhere near us. Sorry, we should have lights on as well, which we haven't done. Nighthawk getting ready. Looks like he got himself sorted anyway, that's good. Okay. That is more or less where we need to be. Toes are on the brakes. 50%. Bring that music down for a sec. Stable. Feet off the brakes. Toga. Oh. Right. What did we forget, guys? What did we forget? We forgot flaps. Something we should have checked beforehand. Okay, so parking brakes are on. Let's get our flaps set. I knew it right away once I'd done it. This is why you have checklists, which I haven't used today. Because we're trying to get everything going. There we go. Okay, I think we're good to go now. Everything ready to go. Final checks. Co-pilot, what do you think? I think we're good. Brakes are off. Toes are on the brakes. 50%. No alarms. Off the brakes. Toe go. Go.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Oh, look at the views. There's La Rochelle. Now you might not know something about La Rochelle. La Rochelle still, to this day, has an old U-boat. Flaps one. Old U-boat base that the Nazis used during World War II. And you can go and visit it. Okay, we're still on manual. Turning on course. Flap 0. And you're getting lovely views of the French coastline here. Look at that. Looks absolutely lovely. Nice summer's day. A little bit overcast, but not too bad. Okay, that's good. Get ourselves back on course. Climbing nicely. The autopilot on here, and LNAV. Q&H, and we'll take it up to 40,000. Release the cabin crew. And just about past 10,000, so we can turn that off. Rock and roll. There we go. be getting really good views of the coast on this trip too. Absolutely stunning. It's not known for its beaches, but France does have some lovely beaches as well. Although I'd imagine that that water is quite cold. I don't know if I'd want to swim in it. Okay, I think we're okay to turn the seatbelts off as well, so let's do that. So we got a turn up here. Once we get up to cruise altitude, I'm just going to take a quick break. I'll be right back with you. And we got some news. So we'll go through the news once we hit cruising altitude. But at the moment, we're just settling in nicely. Get some lovely views of the French coastline as we fly towards Dublin. So hope everyone's doing okay. It's a bit colder up here in Scotland today. Seems our warm weather is far behind us now. There was a lot of runway behind me. Well, yeah, there was displaced runway behind me, yeah. How are you getting on, J-Hog? You been able to power up the plane? Need to stretch. I need a coffee as well. Lost rudders, they have disappeared from the controls, just going to reboot and redo drivers. Oh dear. It's a bit dramatic. We'll see you when you're done. No worries, J-Hog. Finally get to fly with us. And something goes wrong. It's always the way, isn't it? Always the way. Get a lovely, lovely overlook of Brittany as we climb towards 40,000 feet. Absolutely stunning. While we're waiting, we can do some predictions here. So cruise, that's looking okay. The descent winds forecast. Let's do that. It gives us something to do. Landing Dublin. We're going to be landing 28 right. Import aircraft and weather. It's one V a ref of 128 for that. Okay, forecast winds are ready. Bring those in. Fine, bring those in. Thank you very much, sir. And we can put in approach information. What is it we're going to do? Flaps 30, auto brakes. I think actually we'll do auto brakes too. I think that's a bit. Auto brakes 3 is a bit heavy-handed. Still 128, that's fine. Flaps 30. Finally airborne, use the whole runway. Alright. Kept saying invalid route. It's interesting. There we go. Is our arrival information ready to go? Well, it's just, it's all about the views today. Lovely. Alright, so we're passing 27,000. Looks like we're climbing nicely up to our cruise altitudes. I'm going to let that go. I'll be right back with you guys, and once we get up to cruise, we'll do some news for you. See you in a minute. Alright, back with you guys. Let's see how we're getting on. Passing 31,000. Can't see anyone behind me now. Are you still with us, Nighthawk? I do see other players, but... Oh dear, I hope you've not had a crash as well. Anybody had any bad experience with the new sim update, or the last update? Because I've found a few things a little bit interesting. Don't forget, guys, please do hit the like and subscribe if you're just tuning in. Really appreciate it. We're just shy of 300 subs. It's been taking a long time to get there. But yeah, please do. If you like what you're watching on Restream, thank you for tuning in, and we hope you will also join us on our Discord. Become part of the Positive Rate family. We're lovely people. I promise. And a lot of experienced flight simulators as well. And we might even talk about food. I don't know. I'm getting kind of hungry today. I want something really nice for lunch. Anybody got any ideas? What's your go-to food for lunchtime on a weekend? I think what I might go for a meatball sub. There's a place we're going shopping. I'm going shopping with the missus after this, and there's this place that does really great meatball subs. Nothing beats it.
Purple.
Well, it's not purple, but. $36,000 feet. This thing climbs like a rocket. Yeah, Nighthawk's completely disappeared. He's still flying Nighthawk. Bit of a headwind as well. Got a ground speed of about 422 knots. Which isn't too bad, but it's a bit of a slog when you're heading north this way. Fuel prediction 2.8 ton on landing. That's alright. Put in a hard 3,000 for altitude. So 2,500 is our platform altitude. Tell you what we could look at. Decision height. Cat 3 decision height is... Or Cat 2 ILS, I think we'll go. 315 feet. On barrel. Sorry, what was the runway? The runway altitude is 215 feet, so it's basically 100 feet more or less. So probably get that into the sim. There's your altitude horn. Let's say 315. There we go. 315, and our QNH on arrival is 1003. Okay, looking good. Just about to hit our cruise. No Nighthawk either. I think he's disappeared. No shame. So I'm flying solo. Okay, right guys, that is us at our cruising altitude. You know what that means? It's time for the news. You're still here, Nighthawk, great. Off we go. Well, there's a few things happening today. So first of all, I think I did mention this last week, but TFDI Design has released officially now the MD-11 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It does look really good. I've seen a few content creators pick it up. The detailing in it is absolutely amazing. And I mean, if you like complicated overheads, you ain't gonna get better than that. It's a funny old plane. It's kind of partly automatic and partly manual. It came out during the hybrid days when airplanes were slowly transitioning into more automated systems. So it's kind of like a halfway mark. But yeah, it looks really, really stunning. I haven't really spoken to anyone specifically about the flight model, but I've heard it's quite challenging. But look at the external modeling; is just absolutely exceptional. So yeah, you can go check that out on TFDI's website. Fly-by-wire, I think they got wound up by Navigraph or SimBrief for putting in the takeoff calculations. So they're like, no, we can do our own. So they are bringing in or have added a takeoff performance calculator into the EFB. Is fantastic, and then of course the fly-by-wire EFB is already really, really good. But this is fantastic news, and I'm really, really appreciative and happy for fly-by-wire being able to bring something like this out so quickly. It's absolutely brilliant. So now we have takeoff performance in fly-by-wire, which brings it up to par with things like PMDG and Fenix, which is really, really cool. Interestingly, speaking of PMDG, PMDG has pulled all of the Prepared 3D products from their store. You can no longer buy a product for Prepared 3D. I think this is pretty much the death knell for Prepared. I know there's probably some diehards out there that still use it, but I think it's probably safe to say that Lockheed Prepared is well and truly done as a simulator. Not that many people were using it, but fortunately, no. Big hitter like PMDG pulling out speaks volumes, and they're just not seeing the sales. So there you go. Anyways, FS2 Crew has released Microsoft ATR Edition. So if you're familiar with F2 Crew, this will help you simulate real-world ATR. It does all the flows and the checklists and what do you call it? SOPs, standard operating procedures in a very structured way, much like what the real airline pilots do. Has all the voice and button stuff that you need, and that's FS2 Crew, of course, is well known for its immersion. Here's a list of the features there. Multiple human voice sets as well. So they've actually tried to get as much diversity into their product, depending on where you fly in the world or what airline you want to choose to fly with. PMDG has also released a lot of updates for the 777. So obviously, I think now that it's out in the wild, people are probably finding a few niggles. I mean, generally, everyone is saying it's a very solid product. It's come out of the gate pretty tight. But as with everything, as soon as it gets out of the wild, more people start using it. People find some issues, so they've got it. PMDG's all over it. The first update is looks like it's preparing it for Xbox, which will be interesting. But there is an issue that they're working on about the cockpit just freezing up. Like, it just doesn't react to any button clicks or anything like that. So hopefully they'll get that done soon. and apparently this is also impacting the PMD 737, which isn't great too. I have not seen this myself, but I'm sure we'll get around to it. Unfortunately, some bad news if you're a 707 fan. I think this was going to be one of the local Legends releases planned to come out, but at the moment Asobo has said that the 707 has been delayed indefinitely, possibly till after Sim Update 16. There's not a lot of reason or rationale as to why they've done this, but I think they've just maybe looked at where Airplane Heaven was, who's the principal developer behind it, and just decided it needed more time to ensure a high quality release. I think that's a great decision. It's always better, I think, to spend a little more time, polish it up, make sure it comes out of the gate looking absolutely spectacular, rather than releasing something that's not quite there or might be a bit buggy. So they haven't given a date yet, but they said it'll probably be alongside Sim Update 16. That is your news for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back to flying. Okay. How are we getting on? Rock and rolling. I think I can see the Devonshire coast under us. Let's have a look. Yep. We're definitely over top. Let's actually we'll get a different view here. There we go. Or are we still over France? I don't think we're over France. Oh no, we're still over France. Sorry. Still over Brittany. Way ahead of it. Well, no, we're just about to hit the English Channel. So. Give you a better view there. 707 needs a crew of 3, says Nighthawk, with a real hard working engineer. Oh, yes. What's my next waypoint, J-Hog? Is it Mural? I will tell you right now. Yes, it is. And I'm about 80 miles out. Sounds like J-Hog's going to try and hot start into the flight, which is good. Still can't see Nighthawk though. Might be the multiplayer bug sneaking back in, I'm not sure. I'll just give you some nice views here, guys. So just gotta jump away for a sec. Be right back. Right back with you guys. It's actually not a bad spot to look behind there. If only you could have a camera just sitting there, eh? That'd be fun. Be able to sit on an airplane and just kind of operate it with a controller or something. Certainly looking overcast down there. Travis Charles says, safe travels, have a good flight. Travis, how the heck are you? Thank you for coming along. Hit the like for me, Travis. Much appreciated. Great to see you. Yeah, hopefully it's a safe flight. I don't think there's too much in the way of weather, actually. What was the weather report for Dublin? Winds are pretty much straight on, 14 knots, actually, so that's looking okay. The trick will be whether I can get a nice soft landing today. I was doing a bit of a practice run on the 737 the other day, and the landing wasn't great. Travis says, where are you flying from, and where am I going to? We are, I'll show you the route. So today we decided to fly from an airport we don't usually fly from, which is La Rochelle on the French west coast. We have taken off, flown over Brittany. We're currently just about to hit the English Channel. We're going to fly over Devon and Cornwall, rush the Welsh coast, and then we are coming in to land in runway 28 right in Dublin. Estimated time of arrival is 12:01 Zulu, so that gives us just about an hour. An hour from now, we'll be touching down in Dublin, and we've got a lovely airport to show you there as well. And I still can't see Nighthawk. So I don't know if it's a multiplayer issue or what's happening. What we can do is prepare for our RLS actually. So if we go to... Actually, it'll be in our NADRAV anyway. 110.15.278. So we can get that in the hot swap there. 110.15, 110.15, a check. 278 course. There we go. You're passing over J-Hog. He's taking off now. Okay. Well, you found a nice airport somewhere in the middle, has he? Oh, there's J-Hog. Yep, see him. I just don't see you, Nighthawk. I don't know what's happened. That was well planned, J-Hog. Well done. Yes, thank you, Nighthawk. As Nighthawk says, Travis, La Rochelle to Dublin, which is Lima Foxtrot Bravo Hotel to Echo India Delta Whiskey. J-Hog says, yep, just sorting in it now to get back to me. Excellent. And I can definitely see you passing, or coming up to 6,000 feet there, so that's great. That's a sign of a true flight simulator. You never give up. It doesn't matter if you get a crash or a problem. You just keep at it until you can get things back in the air, right? Okay. Okay, we're definitely well over the English Channel now. If there's anything else to do, I think we're pretty much ready. Top of descent. Apparently about 140 miles off. And we get into the fun stuff. Passing over the French coast now. Okay. Yeah, I still don't see you. Do you see me, Nighthawk? See J-Hog. J-Hog's just passing 10,000, starting to accelerate. Fuel balance is looking okay. Yes, your flight level 390. Strange. for two reasons. That you can see me and I can't see you, and also that it says I'm at 390. Because I should be at 40,000. Just popped a couple of pics into screenshots. Okay, I'll have a look. Let's go look at J-Hog screenshots here. Oh, very nice. Somebody's got a hold of the new livery. That, my friends, is the new positive rate livery, which is going to be coming out for most of our fleet. Definitely be for all the PMDG 737 variants, and also the fly-by-wire 320 and the Fenix 320. I believe this is the Fenix J-Hog, I would think, eh? But it's looking fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Do you have the some sort of effects pack for that? That's pretty cool. Fenix, yeah, thought it was. Approaching Merle. Once we're past Merle. Nazu. That's where we're heading now. Our fuel at Merle was 4 ton. And so let's see what it should have been. It's a bit fiddly. So that's not on there. I don't know. It's possibly because it's not a checkpoint. It's probably in an airway, I think. So I don't see. What's the next one on? Unfit. Unfit's our next checkpoint. Let's see. I think I saw that on there. Oh, come on. This is not the most easiest thing to move. Come on. I did see it somewhere. Unfit. Unfit says we should be about 2.8 tons at unfit, so if we're over that, we're doing okay. Which makes, I think, probably sounds right, because we're about 3.9 tons now, and unfit's just over 100 nautical miles off. Oh, you've got the immersion pack, yeah. Is that Parallel 42 that does that? I can't remember. Have you noticed any performance hit with it? And there's the Devonshire coastline. One of the sunnier parts of Britain. Known for custard and cream. See much there. Seems fine. Oh, you're using lossless? Yeah. I have got the lossless thing, but I don't like using it with when I'm streaming because it locks the screen. and you have to keep tabbing out of it to get around. I think I would just find it would ruin my flow when I'm broadcasting, so I've decided not to use it for streaming. Plymouth will be over there somewhere. I was always astounded. You can actually, there's a train which goes from Plymouth all the way up to Inverness. It's like the longest continuous train journey in Britain, and I think the total journey time is something like 13 hours. Don't know who in their right mind would want to do a trip like that, but there you go. Right. Lovely coastline down there. Bad enough doing Manchester Inverness, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's a slog, absolute slog. It's at the Trans-Pennine route, or does that go up the east coast? I'm not sure, but yeah, it's pretty horrible. It's not my favorite part of. I mean, I don't mind trains, but there's just some parts of Britain that it's just so boring. And it's too busy, and yeah. Getting some great views of County of Devon. A lot of money down there. That's where all the rich and wealthy go to holiday in Britain, isn't it? Okay. Just take down the range. Top of descent is coming up, so we're going to be getting ready for that. That is about 80 nautical miles away. Just less than that, actually. Fuel prediction for unfit is 3.5 tons. So remember we said we had to be over 2.8, so we're actually doing okay on fuel. You always want to be over, not under. And I think everything else is okay. Bring that up. I don't know why I turned it down earlier because it's getting dark now. There we go. Just do a quick check on the weather. Ooh, the wind has increased now, so we're still the same heading, but we're up to 17 knots. So things are getting a little bit windy in Dublin. Top of the descent now, 60 nautical miles away. Just get some nice views. So you can see Nighthawk actually. No, just Jayhawk. Amazing. Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? J-Hog, I take it if you got off shopping duty today, have you? You see Nighthawk, right? So it's just me. It's funny how it's so selective. You know? See some people, no, not others. It's very strange. Yeah. Cabin crew not too good today. Are they giving you? Are they barking at you? Are they? Oh man, some days Flight Simulator looks so amazing. Look at that. Not great. Oh, the wife. All right, I'll give her my best. You call her cabin crew. Oh, right, okay. I'm sure she's ecstatic about that. Okay, top descent's coming in, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Go back over water again. Shortly, but we'll have a brief glimpse of Wales before we turn in towards Dublin. Especially when you text her downstairs to bring coffee. Yeah, I have tried that on occasion. Sometimes it works, and sometimes I get a rather nasty message. Over our landing brief here, so so we need to be at first constraint is Vatry, below 24,000 feet. Next will be Soren, which is taking us into this DME arc, where we need to be at 7,220 knots. We'll maintain that speed until we get to about Delta Whiskey 706. I'm going to slow down to about maybe 210. Let's go inbound to Pizza. Arm localizer and come online down to 2,500 feet at Bivol. Lining up for runway 28 right. Runways 28 right. We'll be coming in. Here it is. Here we got 10,000 feet to play with. So, like I say, auto brakes 2 is absolutely more than adequate for this length of runway. Not really anything in terms of exit before the high speed turn off at November 5. So we'll just coast down to that. Backtrack on Mike, crossing runway 16, and then coming into what's that? Foxtrot 2. And we'll find a nice little parking spot, probably around the south apron here. Where all the gates are. Sound good? Nighthawk says 80 nautical miles from the coast of Wales. Okay. My top descent's coming up, so I'm going to drop that down to our base altitude 2,500. The airplane will fly the constraints as we pass through them. Just so we don't miss our top of descent, and then we'll take a look at the airplane. We still can't see Nighthawk yet. Unless he's past us, I don't know. Very frustrating. Well, don't know what's going on. This is one thing I really hope they fix in Flight Simulator 2024 is I hope it has a much more robust multiplayer. I think the system they've got just needs to be completely redone. It's very unpredictable. And I suspect it's more on the server mesh side than anything else. I mean, the actual, when you see aircraft in the game, it's actually pretty good. I have no real complaints. But whatever's happening on the server meshing side is just not working. And it's a hard, monumental task. I do appreciate. I mean, we're just looking at. If you look at Valanta right now, I mean, granted, not all this is Microsoft Flight Simulator, but a lot of them will be. But that is a lot of pilots, virtual pilots in the skies. I mean, that's insane. Mind you, some of these will be on VATSIM, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Top descent's coming up, so we get a nice hear those engines spooling down. You're on Valenta as well. Just hear these engines spool down. It's one of my favorite things. Just turn it up for you so you can hear it. There we go. There's pitch forward. I love that. It's so realistic as well. It's amazing. It's really cool. It's little details like that that really get me excited, and it just goes to show too that your sound package, any aircraft add-on, I mean, it's not just how it looks, it's not just how it flies, it's not just the systems, it's also how it sounds. And I won't go into detail, but we do know some high-profile add-on packages in recent years that have come out, and they've been completely let down by an absolutely horrendous sound package, to the point where I couldn't fly it. I was really devastated too. And that product is no longer on the market, for good reason. There's the Welsh coastline. Funny old place, Wales. Certainly. Wonder where are you actually then? What's your Nighthawk, what's your name in Volanta? Is it Nighthawk or is it something else? I can see J-Hog on there. Because I can't even see you on Volanta. Oh no, I see you. There you are. It's just so you've just left the Devonshire and Cornwall coast, haven't you? There you are. Oh no, it's updated. Yeah, so that's weird. So I can see on Volanta. Tinno spam. Yeah, I see that as well. Tinno spam. So you do see some great names. Like. There's another one. Yeah. Yeah. So technically, Nighthawk should be around here somewhere, but I just don't see him, unfortunately. Fix it, Microsoft. Come on. We want to see our friends. Yes, you are a green plane. Yeah. How did you become a green plane? What's that? Is that because you're Irish? Okay, let's double check, see what's going on here. So we are, factory 24,000 feet below. That's about there. So it looks like we're well on track for that. Oh, it means we're friends. Oh, right, I see. I wonder if... How come J-Hog's not my friend, then? J-Hog. I can add him as a friend. There we go. I've added you as a friend on Volanta. You've added us both? Cool. Nice descent's looking okay. Everything looks on profile. Airplane is slowing down. We've got a restriction of 251. It seems to be doing that without too much effort today. Okay. Go departing the Welsh coast. Be right back, guys. 2 secs. Right back with you guys. Okay, let's see where we're going. Passing 25,000. See our constraint of 24,000 below at Vatru. VNAV is controlling aircraft amazingly. J-Hog there. Strike eagle. Ooh. Feel rift. Help my bulb. Oh man. Scots will get that one. Help my bulb. Oh, some great names out there. Really funny. About 15,000 will probably get the passenger seatbelts on, get the passengers settled in. Give a chance for the cabin crew to clean up a bit. Probably just give the cabin crew a warning that I'm going to be doing that shortly. Nothing but water, but we can see the Irish coastline now. And up ahead of us, round about there, is Dublin. Probably about there, because that's where you see a lot of airplanes sitting there. Estimated time arrival has not changed. We're still looking at 1 minute past 12 Zulu, 1200 Zulu. It is a very, very long arrival. This one, I do find. It seems like you're doing it for ages. Oh, I forgot to get my coffee. That's what I'm missing. Just to prove that Nighthawk's not lying. Yeah, so I'm right here. Nighthawk's literally right behind me, and J-Hog's a bit further back than that. So yeah, why I can't see him, I have no idea. That is frustrating to me. I'll tell you one thing you could do, Nighthawk, is add me as a... Do you have me as a friend on Microsoft Flight Simulator? Oh! Captain Relish has come in with a £5 tip. Thank you very much, J-Hog. Really, really appreciate it. That will go towards paying for subscription expenses for music and things like that. So thank you very much. Yes, we are friends on Microsoft. Okay. So you know what that means, folks. we're gonna give it one of these. Thank you very much. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely splendid of you, sir. Thank you so much. No, that's very helpful. I do appreciate it. Thanks. Well, that woke me up. 16,000 feet. We'll put the seatbelt signs on. Why do I always dance too? Oh dear. Well, unfortunately, I won't be in Manchester this year, but we could have done we could have done some synchronized dancing in Manchester. Unfortunately, I'm going to be away in Zakynthos. Passing through 16,000. Plane is now slowing down. This is one of the reasons this arrival is so slow, because it's got a 220 knot restriction on it. And unfortunately, you just got to fly it. Unless you have air traffic control giving you a direct, but I mean, if there's any traffic, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. I suspect it's probably for noise abatement. I'm not sure the reasoning. Or possibly just traffic management. Well, you can definitely see the Irish coastline getting closer in the window. Jayhawk says, yes, I heard you wouldn't be there this Thursday. Yeah, it soon came around, it did, yeah, you know. Yeah, we're literally just leaving. Our flight leaves at 5 o'clock Wednesday morning. Roundabouts. A very early departure. But we've decided to order breakfast, so because you have to order that ahead of time. Otherwise, you're limited to like whether there's snacks they have. So we just to treat the kids, everyone's got an all-day breakfast for the flight. So it's usually once we get up to cruising altitude, and then the breakfast comes out. And I mean, most passengers on Jet 2 don't buy it. But they always look jealous when you get it. They always look very jealous. And it's a nice treat too. It's nice to have a bit of hot food on the plane, I think. Although the flight's only about 3 hours, 15 minutes or so, roughly. Depending on winds, obviously. Okay. We are nearing Soren, which is the starting point for our final standard arrival into Dublin. Passing 11,000, or nearing 11,000, I should say. One final check, we have QNH ready to go at 1003. Dublin Metar's still reporting that. Knots have calmed down a little bit, down to 15 knots, but they have changed direction, so we now have a bit of a crosswind now, coming out of the north at 300 degrees. So we'll have to be mindful of that. That's probably good. It's going to give us a push from the right side, so we'll be steering kind of right as we go into the runway 28 right. Where are we going to? Sorry, we're going to Zante. Zante jail. Don't know why the airplane's accelerating. So I'm going to take control of that. So you should be dropping down to 220. We've got a hard constraint of 7,000 feet coming up as well, so. And I think I'll just ding the cabin just to let them know they got to start cleaning things up and locking, stowing everything away. Landing lights can come on. Yeah, it's we're really looking forward to it. It's just the right kind of warm temperature. It's not overly hot. The food is always lovely. Anywhere you go in Greece, I think. And now we get close as we start the long DME arc slog into Dublin. It'd be so much quicker if we could just fly direct. But what's the point? If you got an arrival, if you've been assigned an arrival, you might as well fly it. I do wonder though if it's low traffic, if some airplanes just get a direct into line on the runway. But we can definitely watch the coast go by as we're flying in. Jayhawk says, daughter gets back from week in Kos. Very nice. Kos is lovely. Yeah. She's been up to mischief, has she? And there we go, approaching 7,000 feet. And we'll be stuck at this level for a wee while. Go. See a little bit of terrain back there. Lots of airplanes in the sky over Dublin though. Okay. Heading, I think we'll probably put that on runway heading actually, just in case we have to go around, which we did not long ago actually. I think, was it, I can't remember, was it, did I have to go around flying into Malmo? Was it Malmo? Yeah, just everything kind of ran away from me. And I had to just fly the airplane and kind of get stuck in my position and make another run at it. It was very bad weather as well. I think it was Malmo because it was quite overcast, wasn't it? Visibility wasn't fantastic. It's like I can see Ireland, but I'm flying away from it. There's Dublin over there. Okay. Start thinking about configuring your aircraft for landing here, so I'm just going to set auto brake for 2. And we'll arm the spoiler just a moment. Going to land on 28 left. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm probably gonna miss you, unfortunately, Nighthawk, because I cannot see you at all. Unless you've magically appeared somewhere. I don't think so. Okay. Another left turn. $91 miles out. Okay. Just give me a little bit of warning when you're turning final, J-Hog, and I should be able to get you drone. We might do an airport tour while we're waiting for you. But at the moment, we're going nowhere quickly. Okay. And another left turn. Okay, here we go. So we've got one more short left turn to go, and then we're going to be making a hard left into Pizza. Begin our descent to 3,000 feet. So that's going to be quite abrupt. We might have to get the speed brakes out just to make that happen a bit quicker. As soon as we pass our next waypoint, I'm going to slow down to about 210. And we'll get first stage of flaps out, just give us a bit of drag. Not long to go now. Check the weather again. Weather's still holding. We'll switch over our barrel as well once we start our descent. Yeah, let's bring it down to about 210 here. we'll do first flaps 1. We'll also turn on our, switch over our ILS radios as well. It is a long approach, isn't it? It just takes ages. Seahawk still behind us, so. Still can't see Nighthawk. Always looking for you, Nighthawk. I'm always looking. Okay, next waypoint we are going to, the plane will start descending. Switch over our ILS. We'll arm the localizer. We want to make sure we're getting close to 3,000 at pizza here, so just want to keep an eye on that. I think what we'll do is we're going to bring in just a little bit of speed brakes just to get the plane down a bit. Slow plane in 190. Bring out this flaps 2. Okay. We could put in a fix there as well if we wanted to. Just extend that runway center line for us a bit so we can see it nice and clear. That gives us a 10-mile marker as well. Steering pressure. Okay, I think we'll bring the speed brakes back in. It's looking good there. Slowing the 1.8 on the left. can't see you. Okay, making for 3,000 now. Localizer is active. We'll see that LNAV flip off once the airplane picks up the localizer. J-Hog's in the pattern now, I can see. So you caught up to me quick enough, J-Hog, anyway. Cute little island just out there, isn't it? Or a peninsula, isn't it? It's a peninsula. Interesting. Everything's looking good. We're still below the glide scope, which is where you want to be. 2500 alerted. Okay. Our brakes, just a quick check. So our brakes, 2 spoilers are armed. Still 1E will start slowing the airplane down once we get into about 7 miles out. Localizer's captured. LNAV has now come off. Plane is descending to 2500, still below the glide scope. Runway turn-off lights can come on. Cabin crew prepare for landing. And we'll arm the approach. Eight miles out. 160. Laps 5. Here we go. Glide scope intercepted. Arming auto nav B. Autopilot B, I should say. And it's descending. Six miles, gear down. And 134. Laps 25. Flaps 30. In the pipe. My airplane. Definitely feeling the winds coming in. Yeah, definitely getting pushed to the right a bit. Or pushed to the left, I should say. The wind's coming from the right.
Approaching minimums. 100 minimums.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ooh. Didn't get the autopilot off quickly enough there. That was a bit of a hard one, that. Lots of wind. Definitely lots of wind. Come on. Well, good luck to you, J-Hog. It's not my favorite landing. I didn't disarm the auto throttle. That kind of threw me off for a sec, unfortunately. Alright. Vacating. Come off, taxi there. APU can start. And we'll bring up the flaps. J-Hog off in the distance. You'll need it 21 miles out. Okay. Nope. Some sort of jet flying over me. Tornado. Interesting. Turning base. Okay, I gotta hold at runway 16 here anyway, so let's see if she's still a wee bit out. Okay, lights, airplanes on the strip. That I can see. Off we go. Final. Okay, I think I'll let's park there for a minute. Make sure the parking brakes are on. Made that mistake once before. Disoriented now. Where am I looking? There he is. There you go. All yours, J-Hog. Enjoy that crosswind. It's just a shame I couldn't see Nighthawk. Comes. Looking good. Nicely done. Excellent, well done. That was good. It was a good approach there. Okay, and we're heading over to Leon. Hello, Leon. Flying a 737-800. I'll give you guys a good view of the airport once we get parked up here. South Apron. South Apron, J-Hub. Where the gates are. We got the gate guidance there as well, which is really helpful. There we go. APU power. APU bleed. Engines can come off. And should be able to get the jetway in this way, I think. Maybe not. Assuming we're in a jetway gate, anyway. Let's try it this way. Nah, looks like we can't get a bridge from that. Okay, that's fine. We'll get some steps. Ground services, put chocks on. Take brakes off there. Let's ask for that. Ground power, and we can have stairs. Stairs. And yeah, cabin clean probably come up. Half gallon. Okay. Get that airplane deboarded. Yeah, don't know why that jet bridge didn't come out. It's very strange. Anyway, it's a busy place. This is Dublin version 2. These available from Orbix. You can go check out Orbix by putting !Orbix in the chat, and I'll give you a link. But this is a lovely, lovely airport, and it's a fantastic and detailed model. A bit of a Gaelic welcome to Dublin. And in terms of the interior modeling, it's pretty good. Lots of shiny surfaces and things like that. It really feels like you're walking through the airport, doesn't it? Whoa, can you go in the toilet? Who's in there? Oh, hello? No. Amazingly well done. A little bit of pop-up of the characters there. But yeah, it's absolutely spectacular. And if you want to see what it looks like at night, there you go. Look at this, it really comes alive at night. And this is where the interior modeling really shows off, because if you got that internal modeling, you know, it looks correct from outside. It looks immersive from the outside. So when we're sitting here parked up the gate over here, go inside the airplane. You know, this makes you feel like you're parked at an airport. It's great. There we go. That's what we want to see. So anyway, that was lots of fun. I hope. Don't know if did we see J-Hog come in? Where's J-Hog? Oh, J-Hog, have you disappeared on me? I can hear lots of plates around me. See Ben. Oh, there's J-Hog. He's just coming in. So I'm just gonna turn down that sim. Is getting a little bit loud in the ears there. So we'll wait for J-Hog just to roll up. As you see, a beautiful view of Dublin V2, what it looks like at nighttime. But we'll put it back to day because it is day. Real time. Go. Here comes J-Hog rolling in. And yeah, just you're parked to my right. Okay, so unfortunately we can't see Nighthawk. Nighthawk, if maybe take a screenshot and I'll show the guys what you look like today. Yeah, unfortunately the multiplayer bug has snuck back in and it's not enabled me to see Nighthawk at all today. Well, apart from the very beginning, which is really frustrating, but there you go. Just a reminder, I will not be streaming next week. However, Dark Fury will be streaming on the 16th. I'm not entirely sure what time, but do keep an eye on the channel for notifications on that if it's not already up. And yes, I'll be out of the country, so I will be seeing you again on the 20th of July, and we're going to be doing a flight to from Barcelona to Palermo. Should be really, really fun. So do stay tuned for that. But yeah, it should be really, really good. So hopefully we'll see you then. And do support J-Hog. Sorry, J-Hog. Do support Dark Fury on the 16th next week. He'd love your company. I'm not sure where he's flying to, actually. It's something to do with an airliner, though, I believe. And there you go. J-Hog's all parking up now. Apart from that, you know, have a fantastic weekend, guys. And thank you for chatting along and watching today. And if you're watching on Restream, you know, please do hit subscribe. Please do hit like for us. It really helps. And a big shout out to all of our sponsors, Just Flight, Orbix, and PMS 50. We will see you, well, I will see you in 2 weeks' time, and Dark Fury will be with you next week. Until then, I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic time. Talk to you soon. Take care.